Let me tell you a story. It's not about betrayal. It's not about abuse. It's about something far more common and far more painful. This is the story of Alan and Emma. Two good people who loved each other deeply. And still, they ended up divorced. Not because they didn't love each other, but because they forgot how to show it. This story will break your heart. But more importantly, it might save yours. Alan met Emma on a rainy October evening. He was quiet, soft-spoken, a high school English teacher who loved poetry more than people. She was fire, a nurse with loud laughter, messy buns, and eyes that smiled before her lips did. They were opposites, but it worked. He grounded her. She lit him up. They dated for 2 years, got married in a backyard ceremony under string lights. There was no luxury, no fancy cake, just love, raw and real. Alan used to write her little poems on sticky notes. Emma would pack his lunch with handwritten jokes. They danced barefoot in the kitchen, made pancakes at midnight, dreamed about the future with stars in their eyes. They were happy. For a while. Then life happened. Mortgage, kids, bills, work. Stress crept in. Slowly, quietly. Alan got promoted. Longer hours. Emma picked up double shifts at the hospital. They stopped talking, not because they were mad, but because they were exhausted. It wasn't overnight. It was slow. Dangerously slow. The texts became logistical. Pick up milk. Parent-teacher conference at 6. The laughter faded. The compliments stopped. The silence grew. They still slept in the same bed, but they felt miles apart, and neither of them said a word. Emma once stood at the bathroom sink, brushing her teeth. Alan walked by. Didn't even glance at her. She looked in the mirror and whispered, "Do I even exist to him anymore?" Alan wasn't cruel. He wasn't unfaithful. But he was absent. Emotionally, gone. And Emma stopped trying. Not out of anger, but from heartbreak. They'd sit on the couch, scrolling through their phones. Barely speaking. Not fighting. Just fading. One night, Emma whispered, "I miss us." Alan looked up and said, "I'm right here." But he wasn't. Not really. The final crack came not with yelling, but with a question. From their 8-year-old son, Jack. He was eating cereal. Saturday morning. Cartoons on in the background. And he said, "Mom, Dad, why don't you love each other anymore?" Emma's spoon froze mid-air. Alan stared at the floor. There it was. The truth. Said by a child. Casually. Brutally. That night, Emma cried in the shower. Alan sat on the porch alone, replaying every moment he missed. Every time she reached for connection, and he didn't even notice. They tried therapy. It helped, but it came too late. By then, the damage wasn't just cracks. It was dust. They sat across from each other at the lawyer's office. No screaming. No accusations. Just silence. The kind that only comes when two people still care, but can't find a way back. Emma moved into a smaller house. Alan got a condo near the school. They split custody. Split furniture. Split memories. But what hurt most wasn't what they lost. It was what they could have saved. Alan once said something that still haunts me. He said, "I didn't lose Emma in one day. I lost her in 1,000 tiny moments. Where I could have spoken, but stayed quiet. Could have held her, but rolled over. Could have said thank you, but assumed she knew. Emma said, "Respect isn't just not yelling. It's noticing. Listening. Showing up, even when you're tired." They both loved each other. But love isn't enough if it isn't expressed. So many relationships don't end in drama. They end in silence. Not because people stop loving, but because they stop showing it. If you're in a relationship right now, pause. Look at them. Really look. Ask. When was the last time I told them I appreciate them? When was the last time I listened without fixing? When was the last time I said, "I see you, and I love you"? Don't wait until you're sitting across a courtroom to realize what you had. Don't let routine steal your connection. Don't let pride silence your care. Because respect isn't loud. And neither is neglect. But one builds love. And the other kills it. If Alan and Emma's story touched you, share this with someone you love. And in the comments below, tell us, what's one thing you wish your partner knew, but you've never said? Maybe today's the day you say it. Because sometimes, a single sentence can save a relationship. And if this story helped you, subscribe. For more real stories, more hard truths, and more reminders that love must be nurtured every day.